Hello, stock gurus, and welcome to another episode. Today, we're going to be looking at the entire US market, the Dow Jones Industrial Average. We're going to try and predict what's going to happen to the US market going into the next few days. If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is James. I'm talking to 35,000 of you right now, or 30,000 people around an entire Wimbledon stadium or stadium of people every day, which is amazing. We hit 35,000 subscribers yesterday, which is super quick growth, actually, because we hit 30,000 subscribers just a week ago. So it's like amazing growth. Check out the video that I made to type Elon Musk stock guru on YouTube and it will come up. Is Elon Musk about to do a mass wealth redistribution? Check that out. Look at the videos that I made stock guru Ethereum because it's on target to go to the 2,400. It's about to break $2,000 Ethereum very soon. This is live, so it's amazing. Not live. The video is going to upload about half an hour after this filming. Uber is up huge since we've been buying. I really like Uber for the long term. Google is one of my favorite companies, but today we're going to look at the Dow. I made a video on Tesla today on the channel. Hit that subscribe button, that little bell that you see on your YouTube thing, the button there, the bell, the subscribe button, the thumbs up button. Hit all those on your phone, and then you'll be notified of these videos so you can watch them all the time as they come out. Tesla, check out the video that I released today. Tesla is in a very important moment that needs to pay attention. These are the other companies. Bitcoin, I want to say big congratulations to everyone who bought Bitcoin. When I made those videos in July at 9,000, even just last month at 30,000, we had targets for 50,000 and it hit exactly. It was amazing. So this is we're going to the 1 year time frame. So this is the price of Bitcoin over time. They're very beautiful charts. I know it looks complicated, but it's not actually. So this is the price of Bitcoin. This is Bitcoin when it was at $20,000 and it's been moving up. This is in the beginning of 2021. It bounced off $30,000 here. And at that point, we knew we had this symmetrical triangle with the targets of $50,000. And look how Bitcoin we had that target in February. So it hit those targets. I'm going to make an updated video about Bitcoin, but you need to watch the video I made yesterday, type Stock Guru Bitcoin. It's very important what's about to happen to Bitcoin. These are the other companies we've been watching. It was a mostly red day market yesterday. It dropped 6% at the open for a lot of the market, then bounced back around 30%. These are the other companies we've been buying. But today we're going to look at the overall market, the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Is the stock market going to crash? Everyone keeps asking me pretty much every day, all the time. A lot of people have this worry. I think no. My main reasoning is because the amount of money they are printing. There was $1 trillion in existence in 2009, and now there's almost $9 trillion in 2022. So 9 times more money in existence than there was in 2008. So that's huge amounts of money being printed. And I think it hasn't really been shown in the markets that much. I think we're about to enter some kind of abundant digital age, actually, and it's very amazing what's really happening right now if you're paying attention. This is the US stock market. What you're looking at here right now is the entire US stock market. It's the Dow Jones Industrial Average. So what that is the 30 biggest companies in America. They're in an index, the 30 biggest companies in America and in an index. And that index is tracked here. And as it moves, this is the movement of those 30 big companies. And sometimes companies are taken in and out of this Dow Jones Industrial Average. They're trying to get the biggest and best companies in that Dow, the 30 biggest companies. I'm drinking roasted coconut. They're amazing. It's like a bottle, but it's not. And paper straw, apparently. I'm super eco-friendly right now, everyone. Good job. I didn't do any of it. It was all just put in front of me. But yes, be eco-friendly. Roasted coconuts. Why do we have bottles? What the fuck? Look at this. I don't know if I'm allowed to swear on YouTube, actually. Sorry, YouTube. So, Squeeze Mob Green. Okay, what we're looking at here, you learn in the course www.stockguru.us, the Stock Guru Master Course. If you've been losing money in the stock market, or you've been buying stocks and not really having any gains, or you want to learn how to get into stocks and exactly what steps to go through, I created a course, the Stock Guru Master Course. You can see the description and the pinned comment. Take the course. It's going to change. You can just see reviews from my students. I've made many multimillionaires, many millionaires, and my course is amazing. What we're doing is we're buying long-term amazing companies for the long term, but we're dollar cost averaging at certain, and you're going to learn in these charts and you can follow along. And you can watch it in your own time at your own pace. RSI stochastic squeeze mob. Above the dotted lines, these two indicators, it means this asset, or in this case, the US stock market, is overvalued. Below the dotted lines, it means this asset is undervalued, or in this case, the US stock market. In 1993, the Dow was sitting at 3,000. Oh, I shouldn't have zoomed in. No, just one sec. The Dow was sitting in 1988. 1988, the Dow was sitting at a high of 2,169. It barely moved that month, actually. Look at that. Just moved about 169 points. It wasn't moving much, but in comparison, it was 2,000. Now it's 31,000. So that's the overall US stock market. It's gone up 10 times, I believe, because they printed 9 times the amount of money in existence since 2008. I think it's about to go up 10 times more. People are not understanding, I feel, how much money they're being printed and what this means for assets and inflation. It's about to skyrocket. We're going to have a huge, I believe, bull market. But let's use the technicals to try and predict. So this is the price movement of the US stock market. This is the movement of the Dow, the 30 biggest companies, over time. Now, this is what's some really cool stuff. This was the 2008 GFC, the global financial crisis. This was 2019-18, the little mini crash that we had around Christmas. This is COVID. This is the dot-com bubble. Cool, huh? So that's like the dot-com bubble, 1999 here. So dot-com bubble, global financial crisis, 2018-19 mini crash, Christmas, COVID. But look at that. The overall trend is your friend. Who's your best friend? It's the trend, and the trend is your friend, and it's massively trending up for the US stock market. So this was the global financial crisis. This is the US stock market. So really pay attention to that, and also the fact that they're printing so much money. Second, we're following this main trend line, but we have gone parabolic off it. So since 2000, even before 1988, we were following this trend line. Then in 2010, it broke off on a parabolic. It went up to another trend line, and it created another trend line up here. The way you draw trend lines is you get 2 points, and it creates the line. 2 points using a ray, and it creates the line. I teach you how to do that in the course. Take the course in the description, the pinned comment. So now it's going on to the second stage. So straight away, to me, when you're going to learn in the course, you'll see it too, all the students, the stock gurus, you're going to see that this indicates it's still going up. Squeeze mob green, stochastic overbought. So it is quite overbought right now. It can have a correction, but I don't think so. I wouldn't be putting too much. I would never go against this trend, especially when they're printing so much money to try and catch a movement down. But it is overbought, but still heading up. Overbought, but heading up. RSI not yet overbought. The RSI is not overbought, and it's still heading up. So all indicators is this US economy is still moving up, and that's going into 2022, 2000. I think it could do something like this, actually. Do have some resistance here, bounce off, come into 2022, back around to the 34,000 in the Dow, and go up. But for me, that's actually an unlikely scenario. Because they're printing so much money, my scenario is, this is 2022, 2023, because they're printing so much money, I actually see something like this happening, and the stock market going parabolic. So to put that in perspective, I would like to see it go parabolic like we're seeing in a lot of assets right now. Bitcoin, there's so much money being printed that I see it actually going up on even a parabolic like this. So by 2026, it hits 60,000 on the Dow. And it kind of looks like that it's kind of laddering up. It's been repressed. It had GFC, COVID, dot-com bubble. It had a lot of like resistance. So it's kind of undervalued, I believe. And the whole world is getting to investing now. Imagine when Africa comes online, Eastern Europe, Asia, all buying into the stocks, these biggest companies in the world. This is beginnings, everyone. This is the beginning. So that's my answer if you think, is the US stock market going to crash? Can it have a correction? Yes. Could it just come down to here, like around the 30,000? Yes, but then it has a lot of support here. It has so much support at this 26,000 on the Dow. So it could drop 5,000 points and then just, the Dow could, and then just keep climbing up, but it's got a lot of support there. That was COVID, so I don't think it's coming below that actually. And RSI is not yet overbought, very strongly heading up. So that's the Dow going for the next 5 years. Now let's zoom in to the 1 year time frame to see what's going to happen over the next few months for the US stock market, the entire US stock market. The Dow is kind of tracking the performance of the entire US stock market. It's the 30 biggest companies in America. You can check what companies are on the Dow. It's an amazing list of companies. It's the best of the best. So this is the Dow. Like if we zoom in, this is what we've been tracking for the last. I was tracking it almost daily before. I might start doing that again just because it's fun. It's like a fun experiment for me. I like tracking the whole movement of the US economy because then we're predicting the movement of the US economy. And that's what technical analysis is. That's what you learn in the Stock Guru Master Course. You're learning self-fulfilling prophecy. So here, for example, stochastic oversold, as you know, RSI oversold, Dow on a support line. These are kind of, and the squeeze mob there, the squeeze mob not really, it was actually against it. But these two indicators very strongly saying that that's a bottom. and that's a potential turning and a buying opportunity. So what happens is a lot of people will start putting their buy opportunities there. The Wall Street bankers, 401, retail people. So the price will come down, hit their buy orders, and then it shoots up. So you know to buy there before it makes those big movements up, because it's self-fulfilling prophecy. They see these conditions being met, they put their buy orders up in, it shoots up. So it's actually like kind of, yes, beautiful. So that's what I see the Dow doing. It's at the moment, it's been traveling in this trend line. Do you guys see this? So now we've zoomed in. So now this is the US stock market, 30 biggest companies, daily candles. So before it was monthly. Each candle is 1 month. This is each day in the US stock market. So this is the movement of the Dow since COVID. So since you've been locked up, everyone been locked in their houses or whatever, this was March panic, the big COVID crash. This is what the US stock market has been doing. It's been climbing 25,000 on the Dow, 27,000, 30,000, 32,000. It's been climbing. And it's been climbing in a very specific trend line if you start to see. See how it's been climbing on this trend line? The trend is your friend. And it's a very powerful trend line, this trend line. It's the US stock market. It's the whole economy. So it does look like it is bouncing and just playing out its continuous path. So it does look like it is continuing up. This trend line, it could come down to here, which would be actually not coming down so far. It'll be 30,900, pretty much 700 points below where we are. It looks like it's actually possibly going to do that, but I'm going to go into more detail, but it's going up, it seems. And then once it gets to this like confluence, it builds pressure in here, and usually it has an explosion movement up with the direction of the trend. Yes. So now what is going to happen to the Dow going into the next few months? So this is March, April, right? So this is the movement of the Dow. My wrist is a bit... So it's got a sign, stochastic RSI overbought. The RSI not yet though, and it's still heading up, the RSI, see that? And the stochastic it actually tried to come down, but the stochastic's turned to head back up. Both overbought, but it's still in the squeeze mode. It's all green, all coming in. Let's see the MA cross. I added a technical, we're just testing this technical. Yeah, and even the MA, it crossed to head. So that was a cross to open. So what that means is it's the moving average. So here, the red line crossed below the green line, it means we're coming down. Here, the red line crossed over the green line, it means we're going up. And so you can see it, for example, here when it's caught this movement. Here it said it's going up the Dow. The cross happened, and then it was open. The cross was open. These two lines were open, and they pretty much stayed open till just February. And then they crossed down for just a moment, and then they corrected back up. And now it's open again, heading up. Very strongly open, the moving average. So still heading up. Squeeze mob heading up, everything heading up. It's very interesting. So the US stock market is heading up. Even though it's trying to come down, to come back to the support line, it's not like really doing that. It should be doing that, but it actually looks like it's going up to the 32,173. Looks like it's going to have a break off. But this is kind of an M forming. Okay, we need to try and see how we can... Yeah, see how it tried to come down, but it held on 31,281 on the Dow. So it tried to come down, but it couldn't. So it's holding there and it's going up. So the next target is 32,173. And then if it keeps staying overbought like this, like it's been doing, then it can go up to 33,053. And then we have resistance. Then more than likely, but long term, the overall trend is massively trending up for the Dow. And it looks super powerful to me, the chart. It's very like very powerful movement. Beautiful. So next, that was what's happening going to April, July. The confluence, this meeting point happens around June 9th. So this is going to be an important moment, June 9th, for the American US stock market, for all of us. June 9th, is it going to get so... My theory, how much money they're being printed and the economy, it seems to tie up with like COVID ending, right? June 9th, the US economy is everything opening up again, I think. So on June 9th, expect some openings, like the world opening up or some kind of celebrations. That's why technical analysis is amazing. I wonder what happens on... No, actually, if the confluence happens really around from the 3rd of June to around the 23rd of June. See down here, this is this meeting point where these kind of two trend lines, these big trend lines that it's been following all year, the American economy, the top parts of the trend lines, this is where they come to a conclusion. Wait, I'll draw it more refined. This is where they come to some kind of conclusion. 7th of May, actually. It's not in June. It looks like it could even be... It's in this section here. See how it doesn't actually make a meeting point? It's like kind of open. It's in that section here. So what could happen, more than likely it goes with the trend. The trend is your friend. So more than likely it builds up pressure and explodes up. and it happens around May to July. So I wonder what happens in this time. Real point of confluence is here on the 22nd of June, but it could end if it does something like this. It could end on the 5th of May. I wonder what happens. It's like feeling like Nostradamus, right? You learn how to do this. I've got Rosie, her 6-year-old daughter is taking my course and she's buying stocks in the stock market. I'm doing all of this from my phone. Laurel, a 75-year-old grandma, is taking my course. John, an 80-year-old grandfather, is taking my course and doing this. I'm doing it from my phone. I teach you the best brokers for you, how to set up and buy stocks in your brokerage account. Technical analysis, the charts, as you're seeing here, fundamental analysis, you learn it in the course. Down description, pin comment. So now we zoom in one more time and we're seeing what's going to happen. We click on the 3 months. What's going to happen today? What happens today? So now each candlestick here is 1 hour in the stock market. So it was 1 month. Each one of these is 1 hour. So 1 month, 1 day, and now 1 hour. So we're seeing what's happening going to the 22nd of February, March. This is what we're seeing in this area now. I'm seeing that the stochastic and the RSI are still turning up very strongly. Squeeze mob is getting green. Everything's still going up. Green heading up, stochastic, but they're close to the overbought, but not yet. The stochastic's trying to head down, but not yet. I also see there's some kind of trend lines that we can put in. One is there. How I'm drawing these? 2 points, many points. I'm trying to touch as many points on the line. You also learn this in the course. And then we can clone this. And then put one here also. So that's kind of like a channel that it was following. But I need that there was a touch on the line. I'm going to turn off the magnet. Tradingview.com to get these charts. There's a touch on the line. And there's a touch on the line. So that's kind of a channel that is going in. I'd say, that, yeah, you could even put this. No, that's main one. But it had more touches there. So what's happening for today's trading day? So the 18th of February, what's happening in the stock market? Squeeze mob green heading higher, RSI stochastic still heading up, not yet overbought, still indicating going up. He did break out of this channel though. Here on the MA cross, there was there any close? There was a cross. But it crossed to head up, and then it didn't. Oh, then it had 2 crosses actually, right? It's kind of hard to see these crosses on this map. See them? Need to change the coloring of this the MA cross. Start. See how it's blue? Let's make it something fluoro, some fluoro-y, pinky, like bicolor. So green is bi, but it's not necessarily meaning bi. It just means that the cross happened. We have to determine if it means bi. So like, okay, now it's pink. Pink's not so good, right? It's still hidden. What's like a contrasting color? Yellow, green, red, right? But there is yellow with the some kind of color. Okay, purple is pretty hidden. It's got to be a bright color, bright pink. No. Okay, we get the gist. It's open and it's heading up. There was 2 crosses there. It's open, heading up. It's still open. It's climbing on this trend line. It looks like it's going up. It's got a lot of supports also. It's got a support there. 31,543. And it's got a big support here at the 31,281. These 2 areas here. It's massive support there. And the reason it has big support is, look at that. It had a lot of resistance in February and January. It really hit it and then came back down hard and then attempted and broke through. So this support, this 31,281 on the Dow, is very strong support from where we are right now, around 400 points. So it's climbing. It's heading up. And I can see where it's going actually. because we've got 2 points on the line. Okay, so there's a line and there's a support line. 2 touches on the line, which is here and here. There's also one more ray that we can put in. But to me, it looks like overall very bullish. It's still curving to head up. It tried to come down and it's like curving to head up. So the targets are still in play. For today's trading day even, I would say it doesn't really, I mean, you can catch the 100-point movements on the Dow, but that's not your goal. The goal is to understand the market's moving up and dollar cost average into your companies. But first resistance would be at 31,800 on the Dow. Still heading up. I think it would probably bounce off there and then come back onto this trend line. So we increase this length of this trend line. And we increase the length of this trend line, and we can see what will happen more than likely. If we can get back into this channel, it's doing something like this. That's the target, bouncing 31,800, coming up to 32. It's doing something like that. But for today's trading day, it's going up. First target is going to be 31,800 on the Dow, 200-point movement. So I hope you liked this video. I hope you learned a lot. Check out the video on Tesla today on the channel, NIO today on the channel. And I think there was one more, Tesla and NIO, and this is the Dow video. And yes, there might be another one. So I hope you liked this video. I hope you learned a lot. The stock market is about buying companies. It's a marketplace for companies. And the overall US stock market is a massive, massive, huge powerhouse machine. And this thing is just beginning. Look at that. The trend is your friend, and it's massively trending up. So I hope you liked this video. I hope you learned a lot. Check out the other videos. We do have a SpaceX allocation private investment. We're working with the fund Top Tier Impact. If you are interested in buying SpaceX privately, you can see in the description the pinned comment to the Google form to put your interest. There's around 800 people that put interest now, around 50 million or 60 million. We have 100 million allocation and $100 billion valuation. Tesla just got valued at 75 billion. But I'll keep everyone updated. But if you're interested to buy SpaceX privately before it IPOs, put your information and your interest in the Google form in the description pinned comment. Everything you saw here, you learned in the Stock Guru Masterclass. If you've been losing money in the stock market, buying stocks and not really having much gains, or you don't know some of the just general rules of money and laws of money, I teach you this so you can also learn how to fish and have awesome villas and do whatever you want in life and buy what you want and travel where you want. And I do all this from my phone. It's a privilege to talk to an entire stadium of people. If I was to say, what would I say the main thing? You are what you think. And if you ask all my billionaire friends, all multi-millionaire friends of mine, the first thing they're going to say is that your abundance starts in the mind. Be very careful what you think. Think abundant thoughts, that you can afford anything, that you can buy anything. Don't think limiting thoughts. So if you think, oh, this is too expensive, I can't afford it, stop. It's okay that you had this limiting thought. Throw it away, replace it with, I can buy this easily. I don't have to work hard for water. I don't have to work hard for air. I don't have to work hard for money. Money comes to me easily and effortlessly. Just catch yourself every time you have a negative thought about money, and you've got to keep reinforcing it. Listen to affirmations, study, read a lot from the greats. Warren Buffett is one of them. Read every quote from Warren Buffett. Read Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Read The Richest Man in Babylon. Read The Alchemist. Just Money by Tony Robbins, Principles by Ray Dalio, and just a lot of the books that everyone talks about. Also mindset. You create your mind creates your reality. A lot of people say this. Watch The Matrix. So this is James from Stock Guru. Have a beautiful trading day, and I'll see you again tomorrow.